Good morning. Just waiting for everybody to see this insane title and think to themselves, I don't want to hear what this girl has to say. And I totally get it, because I don't know how I would feel if I wasn't me reading the title of that coffee talk. I might feel like this sounds preposterous, and I get it, but I would like the opportunity to explain myself. Good morning. I love how some of you log right on. You move right past the title of Coffee Talk. You're not even fazed by it. You didn't even see the word cocaine. You might even have misread it as cookies or something. But some of you may be intrigued by the title of this Coffee Talk. Some of you may have seen the word cocaine and thought, I want to hear this. I want to know why she has no shame about her relationship with cocaine, and I want to know where that relationship is today. Anyway, good morning from my morning walk back in Birmingham. I don't know what time it is right now, but I do know that I'm sweating. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this jacket off while I am, hold on. Okay. All right, so if you're new here, this conversation might not make any sense to you. If you're not new, then you pretty much know, hold on. I slept so well last night. My cold seems to be moving out the door, which is very exciting to me. How about this hair? I love it. Those of you who love me are like, I didn't even read the title. It could have said Ramalama Ding Dong. I appreciate that. But we're going to have a very honest conversation really quick about cocaine. So if you are new here, as I said, this might be confusing to you. But if you've been with Coffee Talk for a while, this is nothing new for you. But I would like to explain why I have no shame in my relationship with cocaine. When I speak about the fact that I spent, I started when I was 17, 18. Then I stopped in college and then went back at 21-ish, 21 to 20. So I would say a total of 5 years, which doesn't sound that long, but it was a love affair. I had a love affair with cocaine. And I want to explain to you, if you're new, why. When I was 16, my father was diagnosed with lung cancer. Now, this was in the early 90s when certainly we knew what lung cancer was, but we didn't really know anyone who had it. I didn't have any friends whose parents had lung cancer. I wasn't well versed in what that would look like for my family, for my dad, for me. And I won't bore you with all the depressing, sad, woe's me cancer conversation right now, because today we're talking about my boyfriend, cocaine. But I became very angry. And not only did I become angry, I became empowered in my anger and my aggression. I became empowered to hurt others, to bully others, to my anger gave me permission to hurt other people. Now, as I am an arrived healing adult, I understand that anger and sadness does not give you permission to treat people poorly. It will lie to you and tell you that you have the right to hurt other people because you are hurting. But as an adult, I now know that that is not the truth. Okay? So, and listen, there will be people on this coffee talk commenting rude things. Just ignore them. They don't know me. Their opinion means absolutely nothing. When I tell you I have no shame in my journey, I have zero shame in my journey, because who I am today, if somebody would have told that broken, alone little girl that she was going to become this arrived, thoughtful adult, I would never have believed it. So when I tell you I have no shame, I have no fucking shame. Zero. Like Jesus could log on right now and be like, girl, why are you telling this? Come on, girl, do something, do better. And I would be like, no, sir, I got to let the people know, because this is the truth. Okay? This is the truth. I got so angry and so aggressive and so dangerous to the people around me that I was fighting and beating people up for absolutely no reason. And then I found cocaine. And you know what cocaine did for me? It numbed me. It numbed me. It stopped me from feeling angry. It stopped me from feeling aggressive. And you know what that did for the people around me? It stopped their fear of me hurting them. So, think about when you go, I don't know, somewhere, something that hurts, the dentist. Think about when you go to the dentist. They give you Novocaine before they hurt you, before they heal you, before they do whatever they're going to do, right? Cocaine was my Novocaine. It simply numbed me. It literally just made me numb. Now today, in 2021, we have all these medications that people can take from doctors. Back in 1993, 1992, I don't think, we still think the 90s was 10 years ago. I hate to tell y'all, it was not. It was like 30 plus years ago when I'm talking about. They didn't have these like adolescent therapists who could do these very extensive therapies with kids, teenagers, and give them like an array of medication that could help. I was alone and I needed to numb myself because I was becoming a danger to everyone around me. Now, some kids chose alcohol, some kids chose weed, some kids chose running away or sex or food. I chose cocaine. That was what worked for me. It's no different than you going to a doctor and trying Adderall and this medicine, gabapentin and Lexapro and whatever, and finding the right medication for you. Okay? Now, I don't take any medication right now, but I do have Buspar in my bathroom in case I have a panic attack. But I don't take any medication right now. But what I found with cocaine, and now the only reason people feel a way about this conversation is because cocaine is illegal. Okay? Cocaine is illegal. If it was a legal substance, I mean, you'd still have people. Listen, there are people who shit on people who take medication for depression and anxiety and panic. Everybody has a feeling you should heal yourself with teas. You should heal yourself with herbs. Listen, Barbara, your fucking parsley tea is not going to stop the aching in my heart. It is not going to stop the anger. And I am beating people up. I am. So other people take THC or BDM. I don't fucking know what it's called. THC. I don't like that stuff. And they didn't have that when I was young, okay? I rode a dinosaur to school. When you smoked weed, you had to smoke the shit weed with the seeds in it that would pop when you hit the joint, and it would blow up in your eyeball, and the shit would make you paranoid, and all you would do is laugh because you think the cops are outside. And I didn't like any of that. Today, they have sophisticated marijuana. You could separate this feeling from that feeling. You could vape it. You could smoke it. You could fucking sprinkle it like unicorn dust over you. And some will make you high and some will make you low. We didn't have that shit. We didn't have that shit. You had to go into 7-Eleven and buy rolling papers from the dude. And you had to know how to roll a joint that wasn't too loosey-goosey or it would burn too quick. And you couldn't roll it too tight or else you'd have to hit it so hard it looked like you were trying to suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. Okay? And weed was shit back then. Weed was shit back then. In 92, weed was shit. You paid a dime bag for a bag of shit with some seeds in it. Okay? So cocaine was... I was always more of an upper person anyway, okay? And it worked for me. What I needed was to be numb. We didn't have Molly in the 90s, y'all. We had some ecstasy that we thought was ecstasy, but we didn't have Molly. That's some new shit, okay? That y'all got that with Miley Cyrus, all right? I used cocaine until I didn't need her anymore. And that is the truth. Once I found stability in my life, I did not need cocaine anymore. Once I found God at 25, I did not need her anymore. That was me. That's just me. I'm not judging anybody else. Because whatever you have to do to numb yourself, that's on you. If you take Lexapro, that's on you. If you drink, that's on you. I'm not here to police how anybody else numbs themselves, because what I don't think people take into consideration is how bad is your pain. We have whole pain management doctors for people who live in chronic pain. Do you know what it is like to live in chronic emotional pain? We only ever want to address physical pain. I was in so much emotional pain that if I did not numb myself, I was going to burn the world to the ground. And look, I'm not an advocate for illegal drugs. Let me be crystal fucking clear. And if I caught my kid doing cocaine, I would probably fucking lose my shit and cry and fucking take everyone to therapy and whatever, because I am of sound mind right now. I am not in that much pain. And don't ask me, does this mean you would let your kids do? No, shut up. Shut up, Barbara. No. Don't do as I do. That's not the best answer. I'm just explaining to you all why I had such a powerful relationship with cocaine. When I did cocaine, I felt numb to everything. So also to love, also to sex, also to everything, but also to the things that hurt me. So for me, it was worth being numb to the good to being numb to the bad, because the bad had taken over my life. The bad was exhausting to me. I couldn't take it anymore. Honestly, I just didn't care anymore. And I needed to be numb. And again, I didn't have the tools. I didn't have a psychiatrist. I didn't have a therapist. I didn't have therapy. I didn't have Lexapro. I didn't have any of those things that may or may not have worked me through it. But what I did have was cocaine. And it worked for me. All it did was numb me to the world. I was just numb. Yeah, I was high. I was high and skinny, but I was numb. And that's what I needed because I couldn't fucking feel anymore. So I stopped doing cocaine in my mid-20s and I never went back. Why don't I do it anymore when things get hard is a very good question. I'm around it. It's prevalent in my world. Prevalent is an exaggeration, Jamie. Simmer down. Okay, prevalent? No. It's not in fucking carpool. Okay? But certainly I have access to it. Certainly I see it. Certainly it's been around me. I'm 45 as of late, 2 days ago, whatever. And I stopped doing it at 25. So in the last 20 years, have I been around it? Yes. Have I wanted to do it? Yes. Do I remember the feeling of being numb? to the world? Yes. Would I love a few hours of numbness just to feel nothing? Yes. So why don't I do it? Why don't I do it? Well, for one, cocaine for me is like a boyfriend who was so bad for me they were good. And you know how you have that one boyfriend and the sex was so damn good and the relationship was so toxic, but also so satisfying, but you don't go back because you know that it'll feel good in the beginning, but at the end of the night, you'll hate yourself? That's me and cocaine. I know he'll be so good to me. I know I'll feel so good for a few hours, and then I'll feel disgusting. And I'll watch the sun come up, and I'll hate myself, and I will doubt everything I know about feeling now. See, that's the difference, is I have learned, practiced, studied, prayed how to feel. And I don't want to take that away, even the bad parts. Because for me now, I understand it used to be numbing the good was worth numbing the bad. Now, numbing the bad would never be worth numbing the good. I want to feel how I feel when I walk in the house and see my dog. I want to walk in the house and smell my husband and feel that. I want to even feel the fear I have of parenting middle schoolers. I want to do the work to be the weight I want to be and not use drugs as a crutch. I want to live my life with texture and feeling, and cocaine will rob me of that. So will I get to escape? Sure. But I have found other ways to escape, and I understand not everybody can do that. And listen to me. There are going to be people commenting on this coffee talk who are angry that I'm discussing this. They are angry. They want everyone to know it's not as easy for them or for people they know. That's okay. They want you to know they're disappointed that I'm talking about it and using humor about such a serious situation and conversation. That's okay. People are going to unfollow me and declare that they hate me because I speak so confidently about my relationship with an illegal drug. That's okay. I'm not here to prove to you whether I'm your definition of right or your definition of wrong. This is just my truth. This is my experience. You can't discredit it. You can't shame me. You can't do nothing. I am certainly, let me be crystal fucking clear, not advocating that you try any medication without talking to your health professional. None, including drugs, illegal drugs. This is not, if what you're hearing is me advocating for you to try cocaine, then you are not fucking listening. And you just want to be mad today. And you know what? I had plenty of days where I just wanted to be mad. So I get it. But I'm sharing this with you to say that I have worked and come so far past that through exercise, through therapy, through prayer, through Father Bob, if I'm being honest, through my children, through healing my trauma from my dad, through setting boundaries with other people in my life, that now I would rather feel even the disappointment, the crippling rejection in my career, crippling rejection every day where people go, nope, your idea is not good enough. Nope, you're not good enough. The rejection I feel from my children at times. I watch the way other teenage girls love their moms, and I don't understand why, I'm not getting the same. And then I realize I don't have the same child. It's not that you have to love the child you get. You don't get, this isn't a mail order child situation. Anyway, I am drug-free for 20 years. That is a long time. Totally drug-free. I have not. Oh, hold on. Now, if I'm being honest, I did chew some CBD gummies in South Africa because I could not sleep. I was too afraid, so they gave me some CBD gummies. I don't know if it really worked. I ended up being able to go to sleep, so I guess that counts. So for 3 nights, I ate a CBD gummy. So I've done 3 CBD gummies in 20 years. But I am drug-free for 20 years, and I have felt a lot of pain, and I have felt a lot of joy, and I have felt a lot of fear, and I have felt a lot of fucking rejection. And I have put myself out there over and over and over again on television, on the internet, on these videos, with my husband, with my children, all of that. And I want you to know that I wouldn't trade what I feel every day for any numbness in the world. Even the days where I struggle to see the good in anything, even the days where I have so much anxiety I have to lay on the floor because only feeling the earth on my back is the only thing that brings me down, I would rather feel. Okay, some people are saying CBD isn't a drug. Okay, well, I don't know. You know what I mean. I'm just trying to keep it 100. Okay? I'm not a fucking encyclopedia for drugs. I mean, but maybe you're just commenting that to let other people know. Okay. When I was young, CBD was a drug because it was weed. Now I guess it's different. And that's cool. But you know what I mean. To anybody who is still numbing themselves, I have nothing but love and adoration for you. I was you for years. I have no judgment of you. I know how scary it is to feel. Okay? I know how scary it is to think, but what if it hurts? What if I put the bottle down? What if I put the drugs down? What if I put the food down? What if I put the sex away? Like, what if it hurts? It will. It will. And you will get through it. You have survived all of your worst days. And I am here to tell you on the other side, as someone who stayed very numb for years, it is a false sense of security. You cannot live that way forever. You shouldn't want to. That's really more important to me, that you understand that you shouldn't want to. Could you, if you get lucky, could you continue to numb yourself for the rest of your existence? Maybe. Maybe. But you shouldn't want to, because there is so much good in feeling. Is it scary sometimes? Hell yes. Does it hurt sometimes? A lot of times. Is it rejection? Is it disappointment? Is it self-radicalization and realization about who you are and what you look like and the mistakes you've made and the people you've hurt? Yes, it is. It is. It is. You know, a girlfriend of mine who had COVID was explaining to me what it's like to lose your taste. And she said, you eat food and your mind knows it's good, but you can't taste it. So you're just going through the motions. That was life for me on cocaine. I convinced myself that it was joy and that it was a high, and it was, certainly, but I convinced myself that that was living safely, because I was chewing and I was going through the motions, but I couldn't taste anything. And so I want to say a couple of things. Medical marijuana is a very needed thing. That is not what I am referring to. It's an actual prescribed medical situation, like diabetes medicine or depression medicine or whatever. I am not, this is not a conversation to start defending drugs, but Lexapro is this and medical marijuana is that. No. You don't, see, that's what y'all don't get about this space. You don't have to defend anything here. because there is no judgment here. If you need Adderall, if you need insulin, if you need radiation, if you need medical marijuana, you do what is right for you. I am speaking to me about me and my experience with cocaine and these fucking gnats, okay, which clearly want in on the party. So I just want to tell people that I stay away from cocaine, not because I'm afraid of it, but because I don't want to be numb anymore. Period. I don't want to be numb. I love feeling, even when it hurts. I don't love being hurt, but I love that I can feel that and I can experience it and I can learn from it. And because I've had the experience of being numb and then not, I can do coffee talk and I can share real things with you. Otherwise, I'd just be talking to you guys about nothingness. On today's coffee talk, we're going to chew food and not be able to taste it. That's terrible. I love you, and I just want anybody who is living numb right now or is thinking about going back to numbing, there's a bigger issue. Cocaine was not my problem. My problem was that I did not have the tools to move past the trauma of seeing my father come down the stairs of my house in a body bag. I don't think people understand what that does to a 16-year-old girl. I cannot get the image out of my head. I can still see it today, and the tears are right here, and I want to get angry, but I don't, because I'm working through it, and I understand that people die, and it's the circle of life, and yes, it was a body bag, and yes, it's a visual image that is traumatizing, but I don't have to numb myself to it. I can feel it, and I can process it, and I can move past it, and I can set it aside. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I love you very much, and I hope that you have a great, great day.